Have you ever seen a story working? Sounds pretty silly, but it actually happens in most conversations. And that means conversations intended to move people in almost every type of organization. We know that children love stories, and every culture known to exist had a strong storytelling tradition. Simply stated, we're wired for stories. It's as if some software is downloaded into our brains while we're in the wombs. And although we grow up, the software never seems to leave us. Now, new communications devices have literally exploded onto the scene over the past couple of years. The iPhone, the iPad, who knows what's next? And organizations of all stripes grapple with how to adapt the new technology to reach their communities. But the one constant is that story remains the best way to deliver the message. And that's regardless of what the organizational process involved. Stories remain supreme. It's simple. Nothing else can infuse facts and events with meaning like stories, whether it's for leadership and change, for fostering a sense of community, for grant seeking, marketing and sales. It goes on and on. And stories in digital media can touch audiences deeply, moving them to reflect on their own experiences, to modify their own behavior, to become involved in civic and political life. And the objectives of storytelling are almost limitless. Stories to spark action, to communicate who you are, to transmit the brand, to share knowledge, and even to tame the grapevine. But we're in the infancy of understanding how to use stories on the internet and with organizations, to understand what stages stories have to pass through, what questions they have to answer to have the greatest impact. But make no mistake about it. The choice is not so much about whether or not to use storytelling, but rather whether or not to do it skillfully and authentically.